Hi everyone, welcome back to the series. In this lesson, we'll cover some basic dress shading techniques using Procreate. Let's get started by creating a new layer. I'll name this layer 1 to represent our first color, and then choose the color from the palette. Next, I'll select the Houndstooth 1 brush from the classes set. And apply the pattern to our dress design. Since we're using the Houndstooth 1 brush, let's keep things organized by naming this layer the same way. Now let's add some depth. I'll create another layer above, pick a darker tone, and name this one 2. I'm going to switch to my Moda For All shading brush and set the size to 3%, which is what I typically use for shading. Starting with the bodice, I'll shade along the line drawings, just like we did in the previous video. I'm adding extra shading under the bust area. Along the princess seams. At the sides and around the waist. For the rest of the bodice, I'll apply the brush with lighter pressure to create a softer transition. Here you'll notice there's more concentrated shading along the line drawing areas, which helps define the dress structure. Moving on to the skirt, I'll focus on the dot areas first. Then follow along the line drawing details. Here, I'm adding some darker shading to suggest a crease in the fabric. Then I gently shade the remaining areas for a smooth blended look. Now let's hide the fashion figure layer for a moment and create a new layer and name it 3. I'll choose a very light tone this time to add highlights. With this lighter color, I'll blend it into the existing shading. I'll also add highlights here to create the illusions of crease in the fabric. Then I'll gently blend this color across the skirt for a smooth realistic effect. If you want, you can use a warp tool to adjust the Houndstooth pattern for a more dynamic look. But honestly, I think it's pretty cute as it is, so I'll leave it unchanged. Finally, I'll create another layer right above the dress base layer and name it 4. Next, I'll pick a new color and drag it onto the canvas to fill the dress area. If I hide the Houndstooth pattern layer, you'll be able to see the effect of the shading alone without the pattern on top. For the brushes and colors I used in this lesson, you'll find the links in the description below. Thanks for following along. I'll see you in the next lesson.